Hello, Scott Routsong, drummer from Valdosta, Georgia. I'm going to spend a few moments with you and my friend Michael Outlaw and my son Zachary, and hopefully share my story about my snare drum that was reborn with Michael's artistic flair and the rebirth of a gift from my father. So this is my story.
Basically, it's unplayable. It's missing a couple lugs. The throw off is broke. And we're going to transform this drum into something very special. And one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to take all the lugs off of it. And we're going to epoxy some of the holes in it to where we can kind of fill up some spots. So I met this really cool drummer from Valdosta, and he brought me this amazing drum, and wow. And I'm not gonna lie to you, typically, you know, it's something that we do not never do. We don't never do stuff like this. We don't. But sometimes rules are kind of made to be broken too.
I want to make it an outlaw drum because since I'm very fond of Georgia and been here a long time. And I think it would be neat because this is where Dad moved to. He wanted to move up to Georgia before he passed away. As he joked, he's now toes up in Georgia. But I want this to. I trust your eye on it. Like I said, I don't want to ever get in the way of an artist. So, you know, I know you're not going to put purple polka dots on it. You're going to bring this back. You're going to make this an outlaw drum, or as I said in my text, you're going to outlaw it.
Outlaw
I love it.
Yes.
I love that. Yeah. Don't play it, outlaw it. What the heck?
I love it.
But I just think you can do a lot with this drum, so I can play it and I can pass it on to my son. Because, you know, that's why I'm here. I want to get a snare, maybe one, maybe two, we'll see.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very close to not doing this drum. I was. Just because of the fact that I don't want to get the wrong ideas. Max, easy boy. Turn the compressor on, getting ready to do some spraying. I got some really cool drums that I'm working on currently. All right, so this is an old drum. This is a special drum. Hold on now. That snare drum has not been out of your house in how long?
Well, let me rephrase. It has not been out of my sight in 33 years. Operation anxiety, man. I can't leave it here, but I can think of no other person that I would leave it with. The doctor. Dr. Outlaw.
And I don't want to attack this thing in any old way. I really wanted to dive deep into it and figure out exactly what needs to be done to it.
I felt the drum was slowly dying. Yeah, I really did. I was telling my son on the way up that if it sat in the case anymore, I really felt maybe like the shell would go out around a little bit, and then it was just kindling at that point.
So one of the first things we're going to do is we're going to have to do away with this throw off, and it's kind of an issue with it because of the fact that it's got 4 holes. So we're going to have to fix these 2 holes here. We're going to have to put some epoxy in those holes. It's missing a lug over here. Going to, for the badge, I'm basically going to take this badge here out completely. Another thing is we're going to make this thing look amazing. the footage that I was using did not work out. And I hate to jump to this far ahead of steps. I was really intending to show you exactly how I come up with this finish and the theme behind it. The idea was not to make the drum look like a completely different drum, but just to kind of add to, because I knew I was going to have to hide some epoxy holes. So that's where the stripes, I basically got some of the sides of screws and hammered it to the side of it and just kind of poked holes in it, make it distress the outside so it would not look like it was like 100% perfect, because trying to hide holes sometimes can be very difficult, especially on a mint wet sanded finish. This shell was so well constructed that that basically didn't require a whole lot of sanding in between coats. Every coat that I added to it just really enhanced the beauty of it. I used a glaze compound on this, kind of mixed with some yellows and some browns. That would I felt like that would really contrast between the colors, at the same time not take away from the beauty of the natural bird's eye maple. So it turned out really good. I'm very excited about it, especially to see Scott's face. I've been dying to show you what this drum looks like, man. Dying.
Oh, no, how you want to do it?
Come on in. It's covered up. All right, so look, man, right here. This is it. So when I was doing this thing, it's just I had to kind of work with the colors and kind of what the vibe and everything like that.
You realize you could have said, I'm just going to make it Dora the Explorer on this grill. It's like, I don't care. I'm just so excited. It's been outlawed, baby.
It's been outlawed, It is.
I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to take a knee. And I'm looking forward to seeing what you did. I haven't seen it. So, I don't know.
Okay, man. All right. You ready?
All right. Just do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Zachary, you want to help me? Or? Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay. There we go.
Oh, dude. That looks great. Oh, man. Oh, it's like a different, totally different drum, but better. I mean,
it's kind of had the same kind of. It has the same vibe, like the same color thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it turned out really good.
That's great.
Pick it on up, yeah.
Oh, that is one. Oh man, look at that. See, you did what we talked about. You did put a little distressing to it.
Uh-huh.
You kept the color. Oh, I love this. Look at this. It's a totally different drum.
It is.
But like I hate the phrase 2.0, but it's 2.0. This is I love this. Dude, you nailed it, man. I love this. This is exactly what I know. People say, well, it's exactly what I wanted, and they get out the door. It's like, oh, that's chicken crap. It looks great. No, this looks awesome. So now, oh man, oh man. This is put that on the wall.
Yeah, man.
And say,
yes,
kiss
for sure.
my big And you should have goofed on me though. You should have
I thought about putting another drum in there. I did. Like, there you go, man.
like a decoupage or something, or
that was there. I thought it might be too much. I was definitely thinking about it though.
This is great. Then this is awesome.
I mean, this is something that we would normally never do. This is a disclaimer that this is something that the only reason why we decided to transform this drum into a outlaw drum was because of the shell construction was really, really amazing and was inspected, and we went forward with it.
I felt the drum was slowly dying. I really did. I was telling my son on the way up that if it sat in the case anymore, I really felt maybe like the shell would go out around a little bit, and then it was just kindling at that point, unless you could perform a miracle of miracles. Probably
that shell was perfectly round.
Yeah, it was perfectly round.
I measured it, and I was like, whoa! I was not expecting. Normally, drum shells can be a little bit oval.
I was afraid of that,
and I was too, and I can fix it. A lot of times, there's tricks you can fix
really?
It, but what I was looking at, it was perfectly round.
Okay, well that made me feel good because I don't keep it out in the garage or nothing like that. It's in my closet. But it's, I mean, I wish y'all could see this, and there it is. You hold on to it, because I started grabbing it, like, dang, hits the ground. But, I mean, it's beautiful.
Yes.
And
it did turn out pretty good.
It's, you know, Dad recently passed away, and I wanted to do something to honor him. He's probably up in heaven, hopefully heaven. Sorry, Dad. No, he's in heaven. And he's probably laughing. He's like, I didn't. It's no big deal. But it's just something I wanted to do, and I told Michael. See, we started this process a couple years ago. I had the drum, and I want him to refinish it, and I get that. I get it.
Yeah.
But to me, this is a different cat altogether. It's something I wanted to do, and I'm thrilled. I love it.
Normally I would never take a drum and put an outlaw drum badge on unless I started from scratch.
I was going to ask you that. Did you have any problems with that?
After looking at this drum, like how well it was constructed, how well it was still perfectly around, I didn't see nothing that was never going to fail. I mean, like I said, there was no drum heads on it, and it was perfectly in round. The edges, the shell construction was just like, man.